What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. So this is the wrap up of the Eagles Dallas game. The Eagles won 34-6. Some quick stats on the Eagles side: Jalen Hurts 14 for 20, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing, we have Saquon Barkley 12 carries, 66 yards, and Jalen Hurts had 7 carries for 56 yards with 2 touchdowns. On the Cowboys side, we got Cooper Rush, 13 for 23 with 45 yards. Is that right? Did he only have 45 yards passing?
Yeah, he couldn't throw the ball.
Russian, we have Rico Dundle. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. 12 carries for 53 yards. And Ezekiel Elliott, 6 carries for 22 yards. I'm sorry. Let me get some receiving. I don't even think I did receiving on the Eagles. Let me go back. I'm sorry. On the receiving side for the Eagles, we have A.J. Brown, 5 receptions, 109 yards. Dallas Goedert, 2 receptions, 25 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now on the Cowboys receiving, we have Ferguson, 4 receptions with 24 yards, and C.D. Lamb, 6 receptions with 21 yards. Props to the Eagles defense for holding them at bay because C.D. Lamb couldn't do anything. Jalen Hurts played
Well,
like
it's not
shit.
CeeDee Lamb as their quarterback is trash.
And C.D. Lamb was playing like not C.D. Lamb. Jalen Hurts was playing like shit in the first half with those 5 sacks. He holds the ball way too long. He's doing that Carson Wentz thing where
Yeah,
they
but
hold
I
the ball
think,
so long where they
but
try to
I
do
think
too much.
right, but I think it's also got to do with the play calling. Some of these plays it takes time to develop, so he's holding the ball trying to let it develop. I don't understand. We open the game up, we hand the ball to the running back. Saquon gets 7 yards, and then like the next 10 plays is all passes. Like, what's that about? We
Hmm.
we we first and 10 inside the red, and we want to start throwing the ball. Like basic football, run the ball. They couldn't stop the run all day. I mean, they were shutting the run down, but they couldn't really stop as a team. Jalen Hurts was running, and so was Gainwell.
Yeah, I'm not. They won, but Dallas is horrible. That's the only thing I had to take away of this game because they were playing very poorly in the first half, very poorly, and too
Yeah,
many sacks. Okay, I understand about the play develop, but if you getting that pressure, be like Patrick Mahomes and just like scramble and make the throw. Don't just stand there and hold the ball like that. And if it don't develop enough and you feel as though you about to get sacked, just throw the ball away. Stop holding it like that. It's that Carson Wentz stuff.
mm-hmm. Yeah. But they got it together. We normally is a slow starting team. That's why it took us like 8 weeks to score the damn first point in the first quarter. We was the only damn team in the NFL that couldn't score in the first quarter. So for some reason, we always start off slow, and I don't know if I think it's the coaching because I think Saquon only had like 5 touches in the first half,
Hmm.
and then then the second half is when you turn it up. Those guys was stacking the line. They was trying to make sure they pretty much was like Jalen Hurts gonna have to beat the Saquon ain't running on us. So with them stacking the line like that, we got one on ones all over the place. So we should be able to beat them. But Jalen got to get that ball out quicker.
Right. Anything else you want to add on this game?
Not really. I mean, we all knew with no Dak,
Right.
no running game, this should be a fucking walk in the park. And I was kind of getting skeptical at first, like, all right, now what y'all doing? You're letting them hang around too much.
Yep, I felt the same way. So next week, well, not next week, it'll be Thursday. The Eagles play the Commanders. Is it a home game or is it a away game? It's a home game. Commanders Thursday night game. What is your thoughts on the game? And are you worried? Because this is the battle for first. No, the Eagles are in first now since the Commanders lost.
Yeah.
So this will be the battle for first place in NFC East. What are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, I think we can beat them. Would I bet money on it? No. But they don't got a good defense. Their offense been putting points on the board, but their defense hasn't been good. Even like today, they fucking in the dog fight 27 or 28 or something they lost. The one
27-20. You're right.
so the one thing you can say is our defense has been playing better, and all year we haven't really been giving up a lot of scores. It's just been our offense been shitty. So now the offense is coming around and the defense hold it down. We all right.
Right. Right. So you wanted to talk about these Sixers. So we have Embiid hasn't played yet, plus suspended, injury plus suspended. We got Maxey hurt with his hamstring. Paul George is there, but he ain't really been doing nothing because the Sixers
Stinking
haven't
up the
been
joint.
winning. Right. So what are your thoughts on these Sixers? Well, before you give your thoughts, I think the NBA as a whole is horrible so far this year, and it shows that the people are agreeing with me because the ratings has been on a decline this year. It's on a
No,
decline
no,
because it's
it's only
shitty
it,
basketball.
no, it's only on the decline right now because it's football, and then a lot of teams
That's
is not
on
going to.
Sunday. No, there ain't no excuse because there's really rarely any games on Sunday. We talking about during the week. That ain't no
We
excuse.
got yes, it is. We got even me right now. I haven't been paying attention to basketball. I pay attention to basketball once the football season is over, like most people. It's 82 games, so you're not missing nothing right now. I guarantee you, it's gonna pick up. But you
Okay,
saying it's just Sunday, but you got Monday night game, you got Thursday night game. Sometimes it's Saturday games. It's a lot.
it's like 4 games on on Monday. So that, like I say, they ain't no excuse. And I guarantee you that the ratings is on a decline. The same time last year, I guarantee you that is a decline this year. Is people agreeing what I'm saying? What I always said, it's
No,
shitty basketball.
no,
It's
it's
like you
because
sitting
it's
watching three
because
point.
football is our number one sport in America, so everybody's paying attention to football right now and not really paying attention to basketball.
Boy, I wish I could see last year's NBA ratings. I know
I
it's
bet
on
you
a
it's the same as
decline
what it
this
is
year.
right now.
No, it's not because people are talking about it. They're making articles about it's a decline this year.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yes. Yes, it is. Hold on. Let me do a little quick search real quick.
And I'm not talking about last year at the end of the year with the final ratings. I'm talking about at this time last year. What, 10 games in or something like that? Nobody was paying attention to the start of the season.
Yes, they are.
No, they don't.
The NBA ratings have dropped to open the season, and none of the prevailing theories. Hold on, I got one of them. Sign up for the newsletter thing. Hold on. The NFL ratings have dropped to open the season, and one of the this is from 2 days ago too. And one of the prevailing theories for the disinterest from fans is due to this generation style of play. Thank you, Shaquille O'Neal. NBA legend and TNT broadcaster Shaquille O'Neal raised the issue of the NBA's decline in viewership on Thursday's episode of the Big Podcast, following news that many of the league primetime games during the first 2 weeks of the season saw a double-digit decline. So, like I said, it declined double digits from last year to this year. O'Neal,
Yeah, that don't
O'Neal,
matter. It don't matter. I
O'Neal.
guarantee. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say I guarantee you it pick up after football. Football is America's number one sport right now. Right
Okay, well,
now,
how do
people
you
are paying attention
explain
to
last
football.
year? All right, well,
Nobody
how do
was.
you explain last year then?
It don't matter. Nobody was paying attention last year around this time
But
either.
it was declined from last year, so people are caring less than they did last
Well,
year.
you also gotta look at the stars. Kawhi ain't played none this year, and Embiid ain't played none this year. Curry been hurt all year. Your best players is all hurt.
O'Neal claimed the three-point movement has
They
made
ain't
the
got shit
game
to do with
repetitive.
nothing.
Yes, it do.
No,
I
it
said
don't.
that last year.
No, it
I have
don't.
a theory that
They
the
ain't got
rate.
nothing to do with nothing.
I have the theory that the ratings are down because we're looking at the same thing. O'Neal said everybody's running the same plays. I don't mind Golden State back in the day shooting threes, but every team is not a three-point shooter. O'Neal O'Neal's far from the only one who has pointed at three-point shooting as a problem in the NBA. The Ringers, Kurt Goldsberry, has been writing about the three-point revolution for a decade and said that in an October episode of the Bill Simmons podcast that he spoke to Adam Silver in 2019 about the potential changes to the three-point line. How the hell you going to do that?
Ain't nothing you can do but push it back some more, but they ain't gonna hurt nobody because these players coming up know how to shoot half court.
His primary proposal is simply to extend the top of the three-point arc so it won't be as easy for the average player to knock it down. Every other league on the planet that matters, the college basketball, FIBA, they all moved the line back this century. The NBA is the only one that hasn't. I don't see that's not going to change anything. They're still going to be shooting too many threes. We don't need to go anymore because they're going to get in the stats about 3-point shooting. But I said that last year, looking at the playoffs. I'm like, this is some shitty basketball because all you're doing is just shoot everything. And whoever got the most 3 points wins the game.
No, I'm gonna
That's
tell you
it.
the problem is none of the guards want to be guards no more. Shooting guards, okay, they shoot the ball, but point guards today, they're scoring like 30 points. They're taking all the shots and they're shooting a lot of threes and then be having like 5 or 6 assists. Back in the day, the point guards is the one that starts the offense. They get everybody else involved. Yeah, they get theirs, but they make sure they get everybody involved. Now they're not. You got these dudes like fucking Trey Young and Dame Lillard and Steph Curry. These guys take a lot of shots with their little 5 assists. That's not getting the offense started.
Yep.
And that's why what's the name of her? He the littlest dude on our team, and he's taking 30 shots a game. And that's why he hurt now, Maxi.
I know you talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem right there. You need to get back to fundamentals of basketball. Point guards need to be a point guard.
Okay, now is this a AAU thing? High school basketball or college?
I think it's pros. I think because you don't see guards in college doing it. It'd be a
Hmm.
guard in college. You'll be getting like 18 points, and you still be like number one ranked guard in the nation. You know what I mean? They're not gunning like the pros, but when they get to the pros, and I don't know if they're doing that because they want that big contract or just the way the game is evolving in the pros, where everybody want to just fucking gun. They tell us Steph Curry is the greatest shooter, but here the guy is ranked like 40th in the top 10 in field goal percent and 3-point percentage. Well, they ain't telling you great nothing. You know what I mean? And the same with all these other guys. These guys that shoot all these threes that you think is good shooters, and they not even shooting good, but they still cranking them up.
Yep.
Mike tell me the reason why they field goal percentage is low because they shoot a lot. I said no, the reason is low is because they miss a lot. Well,
Hmm.
he said, well, they shoot a lot. That don't matter. You can shoot a lot and have a high field goal percentage. You don't got to shoot a lot and have a shitty field goal percentage. If your 3-point percentage is low and you shoot a lot, that should be something right there to cut back. Don't shoot
Yeah.
as many if you ain't hitting them at a high clip.
Hmm. And another thing is pretty much what Shaquille O'Neal said here, that every team plays the same. There's no, okay. We can understand that. Okay, that these teams shoot 3 pointers a lot. We got that. But what about teams that just get their points in the post?
Mm-hmm.
Or centers or power forwards that had a back to the basketball. Now these power forwards is standing behind a 3 point line, and centers just shooting 3 pointers.
Mm-hmm.
They all playing the same. It's like no difference from one team and the other. They all doing the same thing.
I think it's early right now, and teams and players are still trying to get their niche and get it together. Plus, a lot of teams are still missing their stars, and I'm still pissed off of it. Embiid going back to the Sixers because he got surgery like in January or February. Okay, he got surgery. If he was still hurt right now, I can understand. But he played in the Olympics. He wasn't hurt in the Olympics. He didn't get hurt after the Olympics. So as soon as the season started, now all of a sudden you can't play. They still never told us about no injury, so he's not hurt. And then for him to push the reporter on the ground, that's icing on the cake. So now he's spending on top of that. And
Hmm.
Paul George finally came back, and that's another thing. That's why I said I never pick up broke guys, always injured. We pick up Paul George, and of course, he get hurt right away. Now he's the only one back in the lineup, but he's shooting bricks left and right.
Yes.
What happened to old school when you off just driving it and dunking on people and getting drawing fouls and making free throws?
That's what we talking about.
Or if your jumper off, do other shit, get assists, grab rebounds, play defense. Don't worry about scoring. It's like, damn, you off. Let somebody else try to fucking help out in scoring.
Yep. Yep. That's just what we were just saying. Like they all teams play the same. Like there's nobody in the league, a center in the league that had a back, they get most of their points with they back to the basket.
Where's the
I
game?
can't even think of one. So
Yeah, so I think it's time to trade Embiid. It's
what you
time to
gonna
make
get for
it don't matter.
him?
The best available option that we can get. You know what I mean? Whatever is the
Hmm.
best sound the best. And then they should have never got Paul George because he's at the end of his career and he got injury problems too.
And he
Maybe
never shows up in the playoffs. Go ahead.
right. So you got two guys on your team that's always injured, and even one of them show up in the playoffs. Good luck with
Hmm.
getting out the second round again.
I don't see that happening. Hey, hell, would they even get to the playoffs now?
They'll make the playoffs, but
Okay.
because you got the 8 seeds and the play in and all that shit, it ain't hard to make the playoffs now, especially if you got at least one
Hmm.
star. But the problem is the injuries. Are they going to be ready? And they're never going to be ready for the playoffs. They always hurt, and when they're not hurt, they don't show up. So what the hell?
Right.
Make Maxi your star and go out and get like a big man or something to pair him with, and then that's that.
Hmm.
It's time to rebuild. The process was a joke and it didn't work.
I don't think they're gonna say it did work, but you got an MVP out of it.
What he do? He cried for that MVP. He shouldn't even have got that one. You can't play less than half the season and be sitting there crying, talking about I'm the best player to ever play the position. And B, he got the talent to be one of the best centers ever. He can make his free throws at like a high 80, 90% clip. He can make the three. He got moves. He got a jumper.
But he can play his back to the basketball. Right.
He got his back to the basketball. But the problem with him is, to me, and I say he ain't got no heart. He's not aggressive. He should be grabbing every rebound. He shouldn't be some of his seasons he averaged 9 rebounds or a young 10. Like, you should be better than that. You should be in the top 5 in rebounding. You should be blocking more than one shot. You should be blocking 2-3 shots a game. But all that stuff comes with heart, and I don't think he has the heart. And that's why he's getting all frustrated, because this is the first year that fans are turning on him. And he's reading the articles, he's seeing the social media posts, and now he's getting all frustrated and trying to take it out on a reporter. He ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's you that's not playing, that's pissing fans off. I paid my money to come see the Sixers play, and you ain't playing. And you ain't hurt.
Anything else you want to talk about sports-wise?
Not really.
All right, Phil. Happy Veterans Day.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. You can reach the Judgementals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at PNL's Judgementals, Instagram at _Judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace.